Alright, if you notice, I got a variable on both sides. They're both x's. So our goal here is to put x on one side of the equal sign and a number of some kind on the other. Alright? And so that's what our process is. Now in class we talked about this being a tennis court net. So we have a little tennis court net, and so we have our net here, our tennis court. And our goal is the equal sign represents like the net. And so whenever you pick anything and you hit it to the other side, you do the opposite of that sign, or the operation actually. Alright? And you have to take turns. So if you hit something over here, then the other has to be hit back here. It's just like tennis, you're hitting it back and forth. Alright, we talked about in class we had two types of serve. We had an easy serve, which is like an easy number. It's just a simple number. So you can serve it easy, or you can serve it like a professional, like a complex. And the professional is like with an X. So you can either move the X's to one side and move the numbers to the other side. It's your choice. So I'm going to, I like for my X's to be on this side right here of equal sign. That's where I like my X's. I like my X's over here and my numbers over here. So I'm going to, I see that X is being subtracted by 12, so the opposite of subtract by 12. So otherwise I'm moving my 12 over here. And I'm going to add 12 to the other side as well. Remember, you change the sign because you're hitting it to the opposite side of the equal sign. Alright, you bring down your 5x. This is a zero pair. You bring down your equal and your 8x. This is the part you got to watch out for. You have a plus 15 and a negative 12. Alright, so put in your calculator. You could use a calculator and put negative 15 plus 12 and you should get the answer. Be very careful here because when the signs are different you subtract the numbers. So it's 15, really 15 subtracted by 12 is 3. And since 15 has the negative, it's going to be a minus. Okay, now if you look at the top here, we repeated this. We moved this guy over here. Now it's this guy's turn. We're going to take the number and we're going to move it over here. Alright? And so now I'm going to move the 8 to the other side. So since it's a positive 8, now remember the sign is always in front of the number. This is not saying that it's a negative 8. This is saying that it's a negative 3. We talked about that in class. So I'm going to subtract 8 to both sides. Again, we got to watch out for our signs here because this is a positive 8x. That's a minus 8x. So the answer is going to be a negative 3x equals, this is a zero pair, a negative 3. Now this is the easy part. What's my variable? It's x. What's being done to x? It's being multiplied by negative 3. So the opposite is divide by negative 3 to both sides. And when we do this, we see that we're going to end up having x equals, and two negatives here, and I'm talking about right here. See these 2, 3? 3 divided by 3 is going to be 1, but there's two negatives, so it's a positive 1. So my answer is a positive 1. Now, how can I check this? Well, you can put, and we're going to go ahead and fix this where you can see a little better since I marked this out. We're going to put a 1 in for x. So right here, for here, we're going to put a 1 here because our answer is 1. And we're going to do the same thing here. You just do the math. So you say 5 minus 12, and if you do 5 minus 12, you should get negative 7. This is 8 minus 15, and if you do the math, you get negative 7. So see, I know I have this answer right because both of these are the exact same answer when I plug in 1 on both sides. Because remember, the equal sign's telling us you want both sides to be the same number.